Outbreak 2.0 is leaked to be releasing in COD 2023, which is also rumored to be Modern Warfare 3. We're not going to be getting into the specifics of what Call of Duty is next, but this leak seems to be extremely likely as a lot of sources have reported on it and shared this potential mode coming inside of COD 2023. And if you didn't know that, yeah, Outbreak 2.0, the sequel to basically Cold War Zombies. And another thing to mention real quick before we get into the video, this is supposed to be developed by Sledgehammer Games. Now before you're like, oh okay, yeah, big L, I'm not watching the rest of this video, what I'm dedicating this video to is trying to explain to you, in my opinion, how Outbreak 2.0 could work inside of a Call of Duty where I'm guessing we're not going to have any round-based experiences. Because if you're worried about Treyarch taking over Outbreak 2.0, don't be, because I'm almost certain that Treyarch is still casually working on their COD, which is supposed to be COD 2024, next year's Call of Duty, and it is supposed to be, from my understanding, also zombies related, because they have been trying to hire a lot of zombies people. Now, first of all, my theory is the people that are working on Outbreak 2.0 are the same people that worked on Vanguard Zombies. Another reason why you should probably click off the video and be like, this guy is just gonna jibber jabber, why should I listen to him? Well, if you don't know, Vanguard Zombies does have this certain vibe to it that makes me feel a lot like it's a multiplayer experience slash a mixture of Outbreak, round base, and Onslaught. Now you also might be wondering, why did that actually happen? Well, there is a very easy explanation, and that is because they decided to hire people who were working on multiplayer in the past to work on zombies. Now this isn't anything crazy and be like, wow, multiplayer people can't make a zombies experience. Unfortunately, that's what, in my opinion, the case is. You hired people that had experience, small maps, multiplayer maps, and then you were like, hey, yo, work on zombies. Now, obviously, if anyone worked on multiplayer, if I worked on multiplayer, I could still probably pull off a zombies experience. It was also some limitations. But if it is the same team in Sledgehammer that worked on Vanguard Zombies, I think Outbreak could work almost amazing. Why? Because Outbreak is an open world experience that is very heavily similar to, if you think about it, Warzone. What is Warzone similar to? Multiplayer. Now, this is just my own theory, but I don't think Outbreak is going to be very similar to what we saw in Cold War Zombies. Now, the formula did work. A lot of people can argue that, oh, Outbreak was bad, nobody played it. Well, according to Treyarch, and they probably did lie about some of these statistics, but they did say that a lot of people, and they mean a lot of people, got into zombies and mostly only played Outbreak, which is kind of insane, because if you ask an average person what do they prefer, Outbreak or round base, they would have all specifically said round base. But according to Treyarch, there was just so many people playing Outbreak, and to be honest, I played a lot of Outbreak as well. I am one of those people that was obsessed with the mode. I played a lot of it. My channel grew off of it, so I'm really thankful to it. Obviously, we have the Legion boss fight, Ordas, testing out weapons, and just the whole Outbreak experience of it getting ridiculously difficult. We had people like Insomnia Virus grow from it because he got the world record for the highest round. It was just a really challenging mode, even though, you know, it is zombies on the Cold War where people can argue that it's really difficult. And Outbreak was something new, something fresh, something we literally have never seen before. Now, my theory as to how Outbreak 2.0 will work is something that I said literally so many months ago, back when DMZ first came out, and that is probably going to be a combination of DMZ, but instead of having AI, you're going to have zombies. Now you could be like, well, this sucks because this isn't normal Outbreak, why are they gonna change it up? If you think about it, the idea of being able to spawn into a large map, which is actually then open world, most likely similar to MWIII situation where you have the same Warzone map and you have the same zombies map, or Outbreak map, I guess you could say. But this time around, not only are there zombies around, which will probably be a bit easier than having actual people shooting you with guns, let's be honest, DMZ is just on a whole nother level of difficult because of that. But on top of all of this, you will also have players. I would love to see a combination of PvP, player versus entity, the idea of DMZ. In my opinion, this could work so much better. Imagine there's an Easter egg, specific Easter egg that is locked to Outbreak, which fingers crossed Easter eggs do come into Outbreak, and we'll also talk about that in a different video. And then you have a player that decides to troll you or get in your way. Think of something like Grief. Now, this would really spice up the way we play Outbreak, the way zombies is experienced, because this time around, you're playing something that has more difficulty to it than just being zombies and zombies and zombies. This time around, you could have a little Timmy running around with the goddamn ray gun and shooting you. Now that is a theory, as if, you know, a ray gun's going to be coming inside of Zombies Outbreak 2.0. But also think about this, they bring back the Megaton, and the Megaton starts blasting you with his bolts, and then there's a player shooting you with that pack-a-punched ray gun, and you're just trying to complete the side Easter egg quest or whatever. And the idea of having those quests come into it does also kind of complicate things, so that's something I should probably mention. The quests are complicating things because that would basically be almost an Easter egg, which, if you don't know, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, whatever, they do love giving us the like tips and tricks on how to complete an Easter egg without specifically looking up a YouTube video, which I guess is a fair thing if they don't want people to be, you know, relying on YouTubers out there and internet to be looking up stuff, and instead have characters inside of the game explaining things to you, or specifically DMZ style, having things like being like, oh, here is what you should be completing this time. But imagine you complete a specific amount of those quests, and then you unlock the quest to complete the Easter egg, which you have to do yourself, and you get an exclusive cutscene and things like that. And they also have obviously the X filling inside of DMZ. Basically, my opinion, DMZ is just Outbreak, but they were like, what if we do player versus entity? Now I know a lot of people would be like, well, that's not true, DMZ is Escape from Tarkov, which is very true, but then again, Outbreak is very similar to Escape from Tarkov and just an idea of Warzone. It's all a combination of everything, and I think this formula would work amazing. I would also prefer it if it did slightly kind of take inspiration from the first one, where you did have different like worlds to explore. I wouldn't just want to be stuck on one map like an Al-Mazrah situation, because you do get bored of a map unless it's a brilliant map. You know, thinking of Call of Duty, the way Activision is with their companies, they're probably gonna force them to just use one map for both modes, and that will probably make things a tiny bit too stale and the experience won't be as good. So even though I have extremely high hopes for Outbreak 2.0 and I am super excited for it, and I'm going to be probably making a lot of videos leading up to it when it's out and so on and so forth, there is still a lot of concerns and a lot of questions. It is still a leak. We have to still wait for the announcement, which is also leaked to be happening in August, and by the time we probably get an actual official announcement about Outbreak 2.0, it'll probably be closer to the release with a trailer and stuff like that. But hopefully they do put in time and attention into it. I am almost certain they have learned their lesson with Vanguard. Vanguard was probably one of the biggest failures with zombies specifically. You know, they always have zombies to rely on. I'm just curious how it's going to work. Is it going to be free to play? Is it going to be paid? Because Modern Warfare 2, quote unquote, the next Call of Duty, is supposed to be a DLC that is full price, but will they make you pay for Outbreak 2.0, or will it be, again, as I said, a DMZ situation? Now again, I need to quickly add, I might be completely wrong, and this could end up just being a normal Outbreak experience with some improvements that we always wanted to see, which I will also be covering in the future. This is just to be questioning what could the mode be playing like, and comment down below if you're excited. Comment down below if you agreed with this theory, if it could be anywhere close to what I'm like saying or suggesting that it could potentially be. And also be sure to subscribe. We are super close hitting 40,000 subscribers. I'm really looking forward to that goal. We have been aiming for that one for quite some time, not gonna lie, but thank you so much for that. And also be sure to drop a like on the video, as that does really help out the spread of it. Can we aim for like, I don't know, 25 likes? I know that's not a lot, but it is a lot for me, so thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.